pues una de las películas que se estrena este verano en todas las salas del país es Mamma Mía, que está basada en el musical compuesto por las canciones de la legendaria agrupación ABBA. Y bueno, a mi costado se encuentra el mar Egeo, ya que vine a Grecia a platicar con el elenco de esta película. Vamos a ver qué nos dijeron. Estás en Hot a través de Prodi MC.
Hello, welcome to Hot with Linda Cruz.
What can you tell me about your dancing and singing skills before and after this film?
Before, they were absolutely appalling and dreadful and non-existent.
Do you consider yourself a talented dancer or singer?
No. Afterwards, they're appalling, non-existent and dreadful.
I can't sing. I can dance if I have been drinking a little.
It was not really quite like anything anyone had asked me to do.
That was a little of my problem because I didn't quite understand the form when I started on this project, because I asked the director, what does it mean? Why is it some kind of Verfremdung, like distance, that alienation that Brecht talks about? Because you come in like one character and walking like your character does, and then suddenly the music starts and you go da, 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 da. And how does that go together?
I didn't really train too much.
Alejandro González Inarritu tried to learn me to dance salsa, and we were pretty drunk, and it was late at night. And after a while he said, you dance like a German. Dang, dang, dang. It's got to be...
I've had little confidence in my ability to be able to sing or dance before being approached about this movie. And I tried desperately to not necessarily go to the audition. I found it very frightening for anyone involved, for anyone to actually have to listen to how I sung. I rejected even a possible meeting because I didn't really know much about the project. I was just asked whether I could sing or not. That was the first question, so I said no. And then when I found out what it was, I kind of got more interested in it, painfully went and auditioned, heard my own voice being sounded back at me and made me, I thought I will never hear from this again. And then I got a phone call saying I'd got the role. So I then got very excited about it, then went to various singing lessons and the dancing as well. I mean, I remember turning up to the studio and seeing Pierce, Colin, myself and Stellan all standing there in full kind of shirt done up to the top, skinny jeans and a pair of really uncomfortable looking pointed shoes. And surrounded by these dancers, professional dancers who were ready to give it everything, kind of in sweatpants and stretching, and we looked fearful for our lives. And then when we found ourselves doing some Greek steps and dancing in the chorus, I think we just realised what we'd got ourselves involved in.
Can you tell me, please, what did you found in this Mamma Mia film that you want to become a part of it?
Well, Meryl Streep for a start.
Colin Firth just told me that the reason why he was in Mamma Mia was because of you.
Oh.
You always knew how to make an entrance.
There was a buzz about the production when it came to London, and I was just intrigued that they'd asked me, really. You know, it's ABBA, it's a musical. I've never had anything to do with those things. I've never danced for pay or sang, for my supper in my life before. So I didn't know what it was about.
We're here for the wedding.
I loved this musical from the first time I saw it. I saw it 7 years ago with my daughter, who was 10, and 5 of her friends, all 10-year-olds, and we all went to the Broadway musical right after it opened. And it was at a time right after September 11th, and New York was very sad, and everybody was a little diminished, and we came out of this musical just floating. Because it was so joyous and exuberant.
What do you think about the film compared to the play?
I think when you make a movie, you have many more tools at your hands when you want to do that. You can come close into people, you can go much deeper into emotions, you can do anything you like with all the technical facilities that you have. You have these actors.
Super Trooper, lights are gonna find me.
You don't get these actors on the stage show. Wherever you go, you can't have Meryl Streep, Pierce Brosnan, and Colin Firth, and Stellan, and Julie. They wouldn't do that, and now they're all in the same place, and they actually transform those characters and give all this emotion that is actually in the play. Really, it comes alive, which it couldn't really do on a stage, could it? I'm not sure. I don't think it could.
How was your life off the set while you were living here in Greece?
It's a bit like life on the set, really. You know, I mean, if you're going to get a group of people together in hotels in a Mediterranean environment, you're going to get something of a party atmosphere going, and it was a bit like that. The early part, I was doing another film at the same time, so it was strange, and it was quite hard work because half the film is shot at Pinewood Studios. The hotel is all interior studio, and at that time I was going to Italy to shoot a film which was very different. You know, it's a much heavier subject, and so it was very strange to be singing and dancing here and going off to Italy to shoot the other thing, and you know, trying to compartmentalize those things was an unusual experience.
Is it hard for you to switch between characters?
It is, because one of the things that you do as an actor, I think everybody on some level, you try to immerse yourself in it as much as possible.
We're not characters really in a normal sense. In this, we're bimbos. We're supposed to be there, look good, and be a little funny. The characters are, of course, the women in this production, since it's directed and written and produced and played by women. But it's of course less complicated roles to build psychologically, and there's not space for the psychology, and it's not supposed to be, and it's good.
What do you think about Mexican film directors like Guillermo del Toro or González Iñárritu or Alfonso Cuarón?
It's a new, very strong voice coming from a country that is between the modern world and a third world. Some of the most vital films come from there. I wish I spoke Spanish better, because then I would be doing a lot of more interesting films.
How do you know when a song doesn't need anything else?
Good question. So I said I work every day trying to write music. Nothing normally ever happens, but all of a sudden something happens, and I can tell because I can feel myself getting moved by a little piece I play, and then I keep that.
What was the wildest thing you've ever done when you were young?
The wildest thing?
Yes.
Unprintable, unphotographable.
My love is strong enough to last when things are.
I have to say one thing. If you're from Mexico,
Yes.
good luck with your new football trainer.
It's magic. You say that I